What's happening, family? Dr. Joe here. Happy Tuesday evening, and I hope each of you are well and blessed. I don't know where you are in the city, country, state, or the world, but I am so glad that you are here on today. I want to give a big shout out to all of the participants of the 40-day turn up and the journey process who have for the last 2 days been detoxifying ourselves, purifying ourselves, cleansing ourselves, making ourselves better. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to celebrate what we've done. Shout out to each of you. I'm glad you are here. Listen, if you are a person and you're in the process, shout out. Y'all know what the deal is. Shout out to all my leaders. Shout out to all my participants. Shout out to all of the members of MetaMe and Lionheart. We are excited. To all of you who are not a part of the world's greatest transformational process, we want to welcome you. You may be family members, friends of those who are going through this process, or you probably may just be coming through this channel here and you don't know who these people are. We want to welcome you. This is a transformational process. It is the best one anywhere in the world, where we specialize in helping men and women become their best possible selves holistically, mind, body, and spirit. And if you are an individual who desires more information about who we are, who I am, and what we represent, you can visit us at journeylife.tv, or you can always look us up on Instagram, Journey Life TV, Facebook, Journey Life TV. Follow us there for more updates and to know when the next class is, so you can be a part of this wonderful free process. So glad you guys are here. To all of the individuals who've been detoxing the last 2 days, let me know in the comment section how you feel, how you feel, how you feel. Let me know. All right, everyone's doing well. Everyone's doing well. Everyone's doing well. That is good. That is good. That is good. That is good. Well, tired. I know that's right. Well, you're in the right place at the right time. So that is awesome. Okay, great, great, great. So I want you guys to know that you are participating in what we are calling and what we call Village Chat. And Village Chat is a great opportunity and a great time for us to spotlight real life participants in either the 40-day turn up or the journey. These are real life individuals, real life hardworking individuals, just like you, just like me, just like we, just like all of us. And the Village Chat gives us the opportunity to spotlight these individuals just to learn more about them. We don't have heavy conversations, but we like to learn about them, to know more about them, to hear their story, to hear their testimonies, all of the above. It gives us a great time to come together as a village. It gives us a great time to reflect, and it gives us the great time to really put a spotlight on what makes this thing called life so special. And that's this human experience and how we as humans connect with one another. There's something about there's something about the story of a person that is just unique. We all have stories. We all have things about us, and we're excited. And I'm excited on tonight because we have my first guest, who is a female, and we're about to bring her on. And I want to introduce to some and present to others, Miss Wendell Jones-Crump. Wendell, how you doing?
I'm fine, Dr. Joe. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How you feeling?
I feel well. I feel well.
Oh, well, that is awesome. Well, thank you so much. Now, you said when we were offline that you were a little nervous. So
Yes.
why are you nervous, Wendell? I don't believe that.
I mean, I don't know why I'm nervous because I'm up in front of children, but I'm just a little nervous. You know how you just get a little nervous, little butterflies. But
Okay. All right. Well, the people are happy to see you. We got 400.
I group C transcenders.
Yes, yes. 468 of you are watching us live. Thousands of people will see this. So there's no need to be nervous.
Okay.
We're glad that you're here. Well, first of all, thank you for being my guest. and we're going to just go ahead and jump right in because I want the people to know all about you. So, my first question for you: tell us something about yourself in terms of where you live, where you're from, things of that nature.
I live in Clarksville, Tennessee. It's right outside Fort Campbell, Kentucky, home of the 101st Airborne. So it's right outside of Nashville, about 35 minutes outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And tell us, what do you do? What is your vocation? What type of career are you in?
I am a teacher. So I teach at a private academy. So I teach pretty much K up through sixth grade. So
Really?
I love what I do. I love working with kids, and I kind of found my calling. So I love it. I really do.
That's amazing. A lot of people watching, a lot of people, when you say you found your calling, that's like a powerful thing, and it's a great feeling to know when you found your calling. Kind
Mhm.
of talk to how did you know that teaching was your calling?
Well, honestly, I think I kind of stumbled upon it because I always wanted to go into the medical field because I love helping and taking care of people.
Hmm.
And teaching was just something that I did as like started out as a substitute teacher, just to do it while I was going to school. And because I was working and was a single parent at the time and I was going to school. And I started substitute teaching and I just realized the impact that you make on a child's life, especially when they come from different backgrounds
Hmm.
and they have been labeled as unlabeled, like they can't teach, they're unteachable.
Right.
And I didn't believe that. And when I would go into classrooms and see, especially African American young men and young ladies, that they're not unteachable, they just need somebody to reach them and somebody who cares.
Hmm.
And when I started realizing that this was affecting me more, and I was just loving it, and I was, when you see something, when you teach them and the light bulb goes off,
Hmm.
that just does something to your spirit.
Hmm.
And, the Lord was just talking to me and said, this is it. I've always worked with kids and people's like, that's your calling. But I kind of said, no, I don't think so. But even when you're looking at a student that said, I can't learn, or they're giving them the answers, I'm like, no, you can do this. And I think what did it for me is when I was in a dollar store just shopping and a parent came up to me, and at first you're taken aback, but he wanted to thank me because I wasn't giving his son the easy way out. He was like, we need more people like you teaching because you made him, I held him accountable.
Right.
And from then on, it's just kind of been in my spirit and been in my soul. So
Well, that is awesome. Well, let me salute you for being an educator, and a salute because we got a lot of educators who are in Turn Up. They may different levels: collegiate, postgraduate, high
yes.
school, middle school. So all of you all are true heroes. So salute to you because,
Mhm.
to your point, Wendell, a teacher really makes the difference in a child's life.
Yes.
I know I
Yes.
had teachers that really were able to connect with me, and it really made a difference. So salute to you and what you do.
Thank you.
So you're in Tennessee,
I'm in Tennessee,
Clarksville,
Clarksville, Tennessee,
Tennessee, not too far from Nashville, right?
not too far from Nashville.
Okay. Were you born there?
No, I was born in Lynchburg, Virginia. So,
Lynchburg, Virginia.
yes.
Now, how did you get to
Where my stepfather was in the military, and then my mom left Virginia. We came here, and unfortunately, he got killed. But my mom liked it that she ended up staying, and then I left by way of the military, and then came back. So that's how I got
how
here.
you got here? Okay. That is excellent. So take us through a day in the life of Wendell. Like, what's a typical day? You get up at what time? You
I
go.
get up usually between 5 and 5:30,
Uh-huh.
getting ready because I have a 13-year-old. I have 5 kids total, but the youngest one in the house is 13. It's kind of like his, ours, and mine's. But by 5:30, we're all up, getting him ready. He can get himself ready, but we're going to school. And by I say 6:55, I'm out of the house, getting ready to go to my job. Once I get there, it's just on and running because you're trying to get lesson plans, trying to make sure you got everything ready, getting yourself prepared for the students. And once I get there, I'm prepared for the students. And I also help out with aftercare. So my day really doesn't end until like 6 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Most of the time,
Long
I'm home
days.
by 6:30. So I have a very long day, but it's a rewarding day, but it's a very long day because, I'm still teaching and helping with homework, even in aftercare. So I have a long, long day.
So 5 kids.
5 kids total.
Give
Yes.
us their like their age and their gender.
I have the oldest one is Hannah. She's turning 31 on March 13th.
Okay.
Then we have Trey. We call him Trey, but he's a junior, Harrison Jr.
Okay.
And then he is 30. And then I have Christian. She is 29. And then we have Caitlin, who is 23. And then we have Preston, who is 13.
Wow.
So
House full.
house, well, they're all gone. The youngest one is 13, and
Right.
he's enough for probably all of them put together. So,
Okay.
and
Well,
he's a boy, so he's the only one here. So, and then we have grandchildren. I have 2 girls and 2 boys.
wow.
So,
That's just
so
fantastic.
it's never a dull moment in my household. It really never a dull moment.
Well, that's all right. Well, people are showing you love in the comment section. You got 704 people watching this live. Well, let me ask you this. Let's kind of segue into the process.
Okay.
Talk to us about how did you find out about the 40-day turn up?
I found out through my sister-in-law. She had done it, and also her sister, which is still like my sister-in-law. They both had went on the 40-day journey, and I hadn't seen her, and I had went to visit her. And when I saw the transformation, I was like, wow. And she had been telling me about this 40-day turn up. You got to get in this 40-day turn up. You got to get in this 40-day turn up. And I was like, okay. And then I just kind of let it go. And then when I finally was trying to get in and couldn't get in, then one day I just decided, I was talking to her. I said, you know what? I have to do this for me, because if I don't, it's time for me to make a change. If I don't do this, then I'm never going to do it. And so I saw the results. I saw when we went out, they had came to visit. We was in Nashville. I seen how good they look. And I was like, it wasn't just the physical, but it was just the mental. It was something different. It was a new awareness. And I was like, I want that, because I knew that was put in my spirit, and I knew this was the time for me to do it. It
Wow.
wasn't the other times. This was the time. And I just prayed about it, and here I am.
Wow. Well, that's awesome. Now we're gonna say it a lot. So shout out to your sister-in-law, correct?
Yes,
All right.
Janine Crump. She's on the line. She's in the journey
Shout out
process.
Janine. Janine is her name?
Yes,
All right.
Janine Crump.
Salute to Janine. All right. Wendell's sister-in-law. Congratulations on that. So you made up your mind to go through the 40-day turn up.
Yes.
Let's go back, because I know a lot of people, and that's why I love these village chats, because a lot of people can relate to this. So the day you register, right?
Yes.
Take us through the process. How did it feel when you, like, was it easy? Did you go through a lot? To talk to us about that.
Oh my God. It was so nerve-wracking, because my computer went down. Everything was happening, and I was like, okay, this is just the attack of the devil. And I was just calling my sister, freaking out, and she was trying to calm me down, and I felt like just crying. I was like, okay, Lord, we're gonna get through this. And the site kept crashing like 2 or 3 times, and I was like, you know what, God, if this is you, then you make a way. And when I tell you, he made a way, and I just jumped for joy. I cried, I screamed, I did everything, because I was just that excited, because this is my journey. This is my process.
Right.
This is where I'm meant to be at this time, and I had to be there. So it was just awesome. It was
All
just
right. So, okay, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. Now, when you got word that you were in, how did that feel?
I think I stared at the email for about 5 minutes. Because you see it, but you're thinking like, nah, this has got to be a joke. And so, because you're waiting, you're on edge to
Yeah.
wait for that email
Yeah.
saying that you got through, and you're thinking like, okay. And
Yeah.
you're just looking at your watch. And so when it happened, I was like, oh my God. And I'm in. So it's just undescribable. It is just, even now, it's just undescribable. Even going through the process, the sessions, it has done something for me spiritually, mentally, because when I tell you, my mindset is different, my focus is different, my vision is different, and it's just, I can't even describe it. I just can't.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. And there's so many of you all in the comment section saying, "Yep, I remember that feeling. I felt the same way. I know the feeling, etc." So y'all are showing our sister Wendell much love. That's awesome.
And I
Well,
appreciate
okay.
it.
So you got in the group.
Hmm.
Let's talk about. I want you to shout out your leader and your group. Okay.
My leader is Deborah, and she is great. My groups is the Transcender, and everybody is awesome. We are a group that, even going through the detox, we were encouraging each other, praying for each other, I think crying with one another. And Deborah is always there, always ready to answer any questions. She is so dedicated to our group. Was supposed to have her little birthday gathering with her girlfriend, and she's worried about getting on the Zoom call with us. And we're like, get off the Zoom, go enjoy your birthday. But she was just that concerned, and she's so authentic. I mean, everything she says, she holds true. We can text her day or night. And even my partner, I love my partner. Hi, Susan. Just the group period is awesome. I mean, we love our meetings, we love talking. So I think we'll be friends outside of this group as well.
That's
I
wonderful.
really do.
Shout out to Deborah. Shout out to the Transcenders. Right.
Yes, Transcenders.
All right.
We
Are
got
they
it.
from different parts of the country?
They're from different parts of the country. They're from Chicago, Memphis, California. So I think Ida's from California, so she's on a different time zone. But most of us are on the same time zone, so that helps out. So,
Shout out to the Transcenders. That's awesome.
woo!
All right. So you got in the group. You have a wonderful leader. You
Mhm.
got wonderful ladies that you're bonding with.
Right.
Was Tell me about how the process was different than maybe what you thought, or was it?
I mean, anytime you get in a group with ladies, you always are apprehensive because we, as women, and it's International Women's Day, so happy International Women's Day, everybody. We don't uplift each other, we don't celebrate each other. We are always trying to tear each other down.
Mm,
And my goal has always been, I want to celebrate and uplift one another. When you conquer a victory, then I want to be there right with you, cheering you on. And this group is so different because we're positive, we're encouraging. There's no negativity at all.
mm,
And that's great because that's what you need in order to succeed. I want the positivity. If you're negative, I don't need it. I don't want it. So I just love that our group is not like that. When we say we genuinely care about each other, we care about each other and each one succeeding. If you feel like you can't make it today, I know they will be there holding my arms up saying, you got it. We got one more meal, you good. You got one more day to detox, you good. I know they will be those. This is the type of ladies that I'm dealing with. And
awesome.
our leader, you you can see the class. I have the utmost respect for her. She really does.
The first time you heard me mention pre-work, and what was your thoughts? Like, talk to me
I
about
was like,
what
oh,
was your
Lord.
talk to me about your introduction to Dr. Joe. Like, what did you think I was crazy? Did you think
First
like,
of all, Dr. Joe, you are crazy, but you crack me up.
okay?
I love your spirit because you are 100. I love Lady Nanette. And I follow you guys on your channel
Oh
anyway.
yeah,
This
yeah,
JLW.
yes,
So, just to see you in this process, you have been through it. So when you were saying, I know what you've been through, I was like, yeah, he knows. You were so encouraging and you keep it 100. When you did the song by James Brown, I said, I was dancing with you. So, I was like, I love that
that was
because
fun.
you
I'm glad.
guys are so honest and you keep it real. You keep it 100. I've never seen anybody that is a life coach that coaches people to do this process, but also you're doing it for free because you care about people's souls. But also you have went through losing the weight, and that's different when somebody has actually been there,
Yeah,
did it. And when you said pre-work, I was like, okay, I'm a note taker anyway, but I was like, oh my God, I'm going back to school
right.
again, so let me get
You
to
get it
work.
ready.
But I loved it because everything from the cues to just everything you talked about, you really have fed my soul.
Great.
And I mean, I have a journal that's just that I can look back on when I feel like I'm being disencouraged and be encouraged because the pre-work is just awesome. I mean, it's just awesome.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So we went through pre-work, and I mean, now, can you believe that we've been working together for 44 days?
No,
Isn't that
no,
crazy, Wendell?
it's
When you
really
think about
crazy
it,
because
because our
we
first
have to get
session,
started.
so y'all got in your groups the week of the 17th of
Yes,
January. We started that Sunday, which was the 23rd. We've been working
yes.
together since January. That was the first pre-work session. 44 days have passed.
It's hard to believe that
It's
I've been in
hard to
something
believe.
this long because normally your body is saying you can't do this, you want to give up,
Right,
and you have to continue to push yourself, but you've been right there every step. And when you said, I got to get you guys mentally prepared, that's why we do the pre-session. We don't just jump right into it
right,
because I need to work on you a little bit. I need to get you ready for this process.
right.
And you got us. I'm ready. I'm
Well,
ready for the process.
well, let's talk about the detox. We've been detoxing the last 2 days.
Hmm.
Different times for some of our participants, maybe a little bit ahead of us, some of maybe a little bit behind us, but be that as it may, we started yesterday detoxing. We've been detoxing today. Talk to me about what your experience has been.
Woo, the detox, at first you start out, you're ready to get it over, but as we laughed, you're doing what you gotta do.
Right.
you know, but it has been such I think an emotional journey
Okay.
because I look at it like we're ridding some things out
Yeah.
of my body.
Mhm.
And I've kind of taken it like it's an emotional journey, it's a spiritual journey. And when I tell you, we just have to pray and keep encouraged. I mean, it's not been easy because there are times where you feel like, my stomach, and then you hear the rumbles like you're hungry. And then I had to realize I'm not hungry. It's just emotional eating. Like you told us, sometimes it's just emotional, it's just snacking. And I think to know that your body and your mind can be tamed to say, hey, you're not hungry. You just want it because you see it,
Right.
but you really are not hungry. And it's been a journey. This detox has been, it was like day one is over, time to go to bed. We're ready for day two. And
Yeah.
I think we're all at the point where we're like, okay,
Take a
I'm
breath.
it's just one day at a time. That's all I can do is take one day at a time and say, okay, I can do this, because I would have never thought I would have been able to do a detox
Now, Wendell, let's talk about this. So you've been detox. You haven't eaten anything since Sunday.
since Sunday.
And here we are, day two. You're my first guest. You got 830 people watching you live right now, and we are a few hours away from it being Wednesday. Do you feel like, how do you feel that you're that close? Like you've done it. Like
I've done it. I have completed it. It's like
it's done. It's a
it's
couple
done.
hours.
It's
When we
over.
get off this call, you gonna do whatever you're gonna do. You're gonna go to sleep, and it's over. How does it feel that you've
It
done
feels
that? That's
great. It feels
huge, Wendell.
awesome. It's like when you see they win the Super Bowl and they jump up and say, I'm going to Disneyland."
Disneyland, yeah,
Yes, that's what it feels like. I'm going to Disney World. It's like
yeah.
you have that happiness, and then you're thinking, I'm really not even hungry, and I haven't eaten for this long, and it's like that's amazing to
Listen,
not eat for, you know, we've been detoxing Monday and today. And yeah, you might get a little hungry, but it's like you're thinking like tomorrow, how's it going to be when I start eating? Is it going to be weird? Is it going to be, am I going to want to eat? Am I going to have to force myself? Because my body has been getting all the toxin and just ridding everything out of it. So it's always, you're just wondering like, it's awesome. It's
let,
just,
let me tell you how I started doing this. I learned the power of detox before changing your diet, because like most people, I would, I've been on diet after diet after diet, and it never worked for me. Like I could never adhere to anything for longer than a couple of days. And I remember one time I detoxed on my own. No one told me to do it. And then I started my new way of living, and it was just it did everything for me. Tomorrow, when you start eating, what's going to happen is you're going to have a different connection with foods that are good for you.
okay.
It's going to be so like your taste buds. You're going to be eating vegetables. It's the best piece of This is the best egg I've ever had, or whatever it is. And what's going
Right.
to happen is everything is reset. Your taste buds have reset. Your stomach is you're not going to have to eat as much. And,
Right.
and it's such a great way to hit the reset button. So I want to salute you and all of you who are watching this, who have been victorious, because now you're coming into battle with a victory.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like you don't have to wait for a victory because you've already done it. So how do you feel about it? You have to feel amazing because it's
I
over.
feel amazing. I feel victorious. You said it just absolutely so correctly. It's like, I think in our group we've been talking about Philippians 4:13, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So I feel like, you have done this. And for me, because sometimes when, like you said, you start diets, you give up and then you're doing good for a while and you give up. But I think this is a different process.
Yes.
It's totally different because you said we got to work on the mind first.
Right.
But once we started working on the mind, that has made this whole process different for me. It has made, as people say, you walk a little bit different, you talk a little bit different.
Yep.
And I can see that working. And I know that I am going to be a success because now I have the determination to say, I don't care if you eating a Cadbury chocolate bar, I don't need it. I don't have to have it.
Right.
Or if you eating Mexican food, I don't have to have a big plate of Mexican food. Whereas you can say, eat till you get full and then stop. I think I'm ready for this journey. It's more than just about eating. It
Right.
really is.
Right.
It's not just about the food. It is so much more than the food. It really is.
Well, that's awesome. Well, we've got a great road together. Not only you, but everyone else who's in the village. And I really think we're going to get some great work done during this session with the master classes, with
Right.
everything. So, at what point did you feel, okay, I'm ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for March 7th. I mean, it's March 8th now, but at what point were in your spirit were you like, I'm ready?
I think I think I got ready when we started the process I had to go through, but I think when we had we was doing our classes and something clicked and said, okay, you're ready to do this.
Mm-hmm.
When we did our pre-session and then we went into our master class, I think something just clicked in my mind. I was at work and something clicked and said, you can do this.
Yeah.
And I think when I realized that, and then I felt like I had told Sister Dawn, I said, you know what? I'm doing this for me. It's not for anybody else. I'm mentally ready. And I think that was maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago that we had talked. And I said, I'm ready. I need this. This is about me. It's not about anybody else. I'm ready. And I just kept saying, I'm ready. And I knew then that for me to say that I was ready.
That's
I can accomplish any other goals, but it's different when you're working with your weight, when you're working with the physical, because I realized my physical affects my mental.
right. Right.
So once I get the physical together, the mental will automatically, the mental is there. And when I got the mental together, let me rephrase that. When I got the mental together, I think now it's going to be easy to get the physical together.
That's awesome. That's great. That's great. Well, what are you looking? What as we close on today? I don't want to keep too much time, take away too much of your time, but what are you looking to accomplish? Like, what? How are you deciding or defining success for Wendell? What are you looking to accomplish in this process?
I think what I'm looking to accomplish is a healthier me, um, just a more better me. It's not so much about the food, but I want to make better decisions.
Excellent.
I need to do that not only for me, but with my mental health. I need to do this for me, for self help, because a lot of times we don't take care of ourselves. We don't do the things that we should, especially as women, we take care of everybody else. But I know now this is my journey. And with God's help, I'm going to walk this journey and I'm going to pass this journey and I'm going to succeed at this journey. So,
Awesome. Well, you have been a fantabulous guest.
but
Thank
thank you.
you, Wendell, for being my guest. You've been a breath of fresh air. You have such an amazing spirit. I know you talk about how great your group is and your leader, but I know that they're just as blessed to have you as you are to have them.
Yes, I am. Yes, we are.
So thank you so much for being my guest.
Thank you.
You've been fantabulous. And to all the rest of you who are watching, I'll close out with a couple more things to you all. And let's show some love to Wendell. Thank you, Wendell.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She was great. Wendell was an amazing, amazing, amazing guest. Let's show some love to Wendell Jones-Crump. Shout out to you, Wendell. Shout out to her leader, Deborah, and to all of the ladies in her group, and to all who are participating. What an amazing story. We love the village chats here, and I'm so glad that you all participated. So, what I want to do now is, first of all, congratulate you guys. Gang, listen, we're here. Listen, it's 6:31. Some of us will be asleep within an hour. Okay? You've done it. Celebrate yourselves. You've done it, gang. This is no, like, what you did was not easy. Do you know how many people, just the thought of not eating in 2 days, do you know like how major that is? Y'all have done it. So celebrate yourself in the comment section by saying, we did it. That's awesome. You are going into this process with a victory on your belt. Congratulations. Congratulations, my amazing people. All right. Now, let's talk about a couple of things. I want to be certain that everyone is clear. At this point, everyone should know what you are going to eat on tomorrow. Your menu should be planned. It should be laid out. You should know exactly what you want and are going to eat. Someone should have already put eyes on your menu. I've already told you this. Your buddy, hey, let me know what you think about this. Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully and closely. On tomorrow, and in the morning, I'll go over this. Tomorrow will be a post in everyone's group that gives you a place to post your meals. Tomorrow, before you eat a meal, you're going to take a picture of it and you're going to post it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I want it to look like. Well, Dr. Joe, why do you want me to post it? Because that's how I'm going to teach you how to eat. This is how I'm going to interact with you. This is how I'm going to say, you know, you did right, you did wrong. We're visual learners, and the way that I'm going to teach you is going to be a way for you to see it clearly. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? In all of the groups, it'll be a place that says, it'll be something like March 9th food pictures here. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the pictures in the comment section. Okay? Don't try to go to the group and post them, because we don't let people just post stuff, because it'll be too many things on the timeline. You're going to post it in the comment section. That way, all of the pictures in all of the respective groups will be in the same place. Okay? Well, Dr. Joe, how are you going to coach us? Tomorrow afternoon, evening, at some point, I'll let you know. I'm going to go live in the groups, share my screen, and we're going to look at meal after meal after together, after meal after meal after meal. I'm going to break down what they're eating. What's the balance? Are the macros there? What adjustments they could have made? You understand what I'm saying? We go into kindergarten because that's what it takes to help you establish the foundational knowledge that you need to live 120 years. Do you understand that? Now, if I critique, first thing y'all understand is y'all know I'm not going to be able to critique 2,000 people's meals who eating 4 meals a day, but it's not going to, I don't have to. If I pick your meal and something is wrong about it and I say it's wrong, don't get in your feelings. First of all, it's not going to be like on this platform, YouTube, to where the whole world is saying we're in our own closed group. Tomorrow, when I'm critiquing your meals and I say something about your meal that you didn't do something right, do not get in your feelings. I'm simply using it as a platform to teach you and others. That's it. So that way, as I'm teaching you, you're going to be able to see it. You're going to be able to, okay, I got it. Okay, okay. Got it. And see, sometimes you can teach folks by saying, hey, look at this meal. This is perfect. You can learn that way. Because when it's perfect, all you have to do is you look at yours and you say, well, what did they do that I didn't? And then you can make adjustments and you can get better. Or I may see a person's meal and they had some stuff off or wrong. And I'm like, no, it should have been more of this, less of this. This is how it should have been. So we can learn by looking at good examples and bad examples. So if I look at your meal and it's something is wrong about it, I'm not expecting you to know. This is how you're going to learn. You feel what I'm saying? I want you to get it. I want you to be healthy. I want you to know what you need to know so you can get out of this process what you need to get. So you can be anywhere in the world 5 months from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you can build a meal that you know you're eating in the proper portion because you've been educated. You see what I'm saying? That's how I want to teach you. I don't just tell you, hey, follow this diet. No, I'm teaching you nutrition. Nutrition. You're understanding the fundamental building blocks of nutrition and how to eat and how to balance. And as we go through the process, I'm going to be teaching you other things that's going to bolster that knowledge so you can be like where you need to be. And let me show y'all what I want it to look like. You hear me, gut and butts? Future ex gut and butts, you hear me? Hold on, y'all. Let me get this right. Everybody just calm. Everybody just relax. Let me do something right quick. Open with preview. There we go. Share the screen. All right. Look at this. Shout out to Ave. This is an example of what I want it to look like when you're posting your meals. The first thing that I want is the picture. You see that? The second thing that I want is The breakdown of the macros. Look, she said salmon, PF. What does that mean? Protein and fat. Yellow squash, C, carbs. Asparagus, C, carbs. Tomato, cucumber, onion salad, carbs. Cuties, California mandarin, C, carbs. Misto Evo, F, fat. The only thing on here that is not on here that I want, and I think it's just because I couldn't capture it, are the caloric count. So you want three things in the picture: the picture, the macros, and how many calories is it. You got to have those three things. You can use a myriad of apps like Pick Collage. It's a lot of stuff out there to where you can do it. But remember, when you're posting stuff, it's not complete unless there's a picture, macros, and calories. Do not take a picture of a plate of food and I don't know what's on it and what the breakdown is. Why? Because I'm trying to see. Well, this meal is more than 100 calories, so that's not the calories. This meal, it has to be, I would imagine. But at the end of the day, be certain that those three elements are part of it: picture, macros, calories. Y'all got me? Pictures, macros, and calories. Y'all got me? Pictures, macros, and calories. Now, when you start looking at the breakdown that these apps give you, don't worry about any of this. You see this? Don't worry about that. Don't try to get your carbohydrates in an optimal goal. Forget that. I'm going to teach you what that needs to look like my way. Don't worry about that. So if it's calculating it, don't worry about that. When you post your food, picture, macros, calories. Y'all got what I'm saying? Pictures, macros, calories. Now, look at how she uses onions. A lot of people, you know that there's a certain way that you have to use onions. You use them only raw. You do not cook your onions. They can only be garnishes. You see? If you want to use onions, that's fine. You calculate the caloric count. You use them raw. You do not cook them. The same way with mushrooms, the same way with carrots. If you want to use any of those three, you use them as garnishes. You do not cook them down. Okay? Be certain you include your cooking oil as a part of your caloric count and your macros. If you're using butter, if you're using olive oil, if you're using ghee, if you're using coconut oil, you have to include that. You have to classify that as a what? Fat. All of the oils will be what? Fats. Okay? Excellent. Now, tomorrow, when we start, it's very, very important that you get your timing and your consistency down pat. When you wake up, you're going to be eating within an hour of rising. And from then on, you're going to be eating every 3 hours up to 4 meals. 400 calories or less. Doesn't mean you have to eat 400 calories. Well, Dr. Joe, what if I get to my second or my third meal and I'm not hungry? What you're going to do, you're going to notice tomorrow you're going to be fuller quicker. You're going to notice that. Some of y'all feel like you want to eat the whole world. In the morning, when you eat that meal, you are going to be full as a tick. Watch. If you get to your second or your third meal and you feel I'm not hungry, I still want you to eat. Just scale back the size of it. Maybe you can take meal 3 and divide it. Don't skip a meal. Do not skip a meal. Why? When you skip a meal, it's going to mitigate proper healthy blood sugar, and it's going to set you up to overeat. Okay? Let's talk about spices. Go to town on your spices. Your cumin, your paprika, your garlic, your cilantro, your cinnamon, your star anise, your saffron, black pepper, white pepper. Go to town. Experience, try new herbs. Let me tell you something. Let me give y'all some game. A lot of us go to bougie grocery stores, Publix and Sprouts and Whole Foods and Kroger. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if you ever want to go to the real joints, find out where the Jamaicans go, and my West Indians, and my Asian people, and my Nigerian people, and my folk from Ghana. They go to where they go and buy their food. That's where the real food is. They don't be spending time at all them other bougie places. They at farmers markets. You dig what I'm saying? That's where the food is, bruh. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Where them Jamaicans and our African brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters, our Hispanic, they know where to go. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know I am. My Jamaican brothers and sisters be up in the farmers market like, boy, give me one snapper, boy. Be one gone, boy. Give me one. That's real talk. You feel me? You know, you go to Publix, they got an international aisle. An aisle. That ain't no real spot. The farmers market. I'm telling the truth. My Haitian brothers, they know where the food is. The spices. They don't need all the nice, well lit. It can be a tent, but that food be fresh. It looks real. Whenever you see a brother walking in with a long African regalia, you like, I'm in the right joint. Y'all feel me? Shoot. They got all kind of cuts. It's like, what is this? See, at Publix and stuff, people are too anemic when they up in there. They're like, oh, I don't want to see the head of the fish. I can't see the fish head. You know, the fish head is disgusting. I can't. You go to the farmer's market, you see them chickens, they be laying up there like this. Them chickens they be whole, they be like that. You know, whole fish. You know what I'm saying? Cow tongues, beef, bull testicles. It's like testicles. Chicken feet. You know what I'm saying? Can I get a witness? Y'all know I'm telling the truth. You know? Yeah, you know, we go to them cute grocery stores. Yes, can I get a fillet of fish, please? A fillet of fish. Man, at the farmer's market, you better not ask them for no fillet or nothing. Baby, you got to take the whole whale. Take it. Yeah, let me pull the trucker. Let me go get my truck, boy. Pull it around. I'll put it in the back, that boy. The bubble got boy. I put it on boy. I'm about to go put the whole fish in the bed of the truck. I'm trying to tell y'all what I know. Yes, Splurge Life. Rocky Mountain oysters. It's real. Thank you, Splurge Life. It's real talk. Bull testicles. You know what I'm saying? So try that. You feel me? They got all kind of stuff. It's like, what is that? What is it? And you be feeling bad for the little chickens and stuff because they be all out of that. The chickens be out there. Oh, Lord, it's the truth. And y'all be all up in the queue. Can I get a fillet of salmon, please? Can I? Bro, you got to get that whole fish. It looked like Jonah and the whale in your car. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you know you in the right place? You know, when you walk up in that joint and the whole joint smell like fish, you like, I'm where I need to be. They don't have ice chest. You know how the fish be all laying out like this? You know how the fish be all, you know, at Whole Foods, they have the little label. The little label be on the fish. It'd be like that. Be like, right out mackerel. This be laying like that. It's all laid out. It's not like that. In the farmer's market, they got tanks. They got tanks. Them suckers is live until like the moment before you get them. Like, what you want? What you want? Yeah, let me get 2 of them fish. Give me 2 seconds. That lady go back there. She's like, "Pa!" That fish be all squirming. It's the truth. You know it's the truth. It's the truth. So have a good time. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So, gang, I'm glad that we have gathered around in this sacred place. And tomorrow, you understand, we are going to be successful. I feel like preaching up in here. Tomorrow, preacher. Now, I want to tell you something, that for those of us who are weak, he will make you strong. Can I get a witness? You know how them preachers be, you know how the preachers had an iPad, they think they doing something, they be like this. Now, hold on. Hold on, here I am. Now, here. Now, God is good. Uh-huh. You understand? Hold on. Now. He said, come on to me. That's what he said now. All ye that have labored and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Somebody, this thing went off. How do I turn this thing on? Oh, okay, I got it. I'm about to close now. Hold on. I'm about to close now. He that dwelleth, that's what he said, in the secret place. Whew! That's what he said. Shall abide in the counsel of the Almighty. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. See, he didn't say the loud place. You understand? He didn't say the noisy place. But Psalm 91 says, he that dwelleth in the secret place shall abide in counsel of the Almighty. Now the ushers are coming in the aisles now to pass the envelopes. But before they pass the envelopes, we want to invite Christ to you, who comes by letter of Christian experience. Let him come quiet. We're ready. Just having some fun because we made it to the end. We made it, y'all. Now, y'all don't mess up nothing now. Get off this live and go take your behind the bed. Now, here. Take your behind to bed. You know? Go to bed. Wake up. And let's get ready to do it, y'all. I'll be excited for y'all. Congratulations. Y'all have a great night. Shout out to my guest. Once again, Wendell, thank you for being my special guest. Thank all of y'all for tuning in. We'll see you in the morning. Congratulations, gang. Let's rob the bank. Peace.